always acts like this. Our only hope is the minds of kids, and they'll show us a thing or two.
Alright, cool. So let's do 3, 2, 1, go.
Wait.
What are we calling this? What's the title?
I fucking know, dude. I don't know.
I mean, we could probably just call it This Week at Joystick.
Yeah, that works.
Has a nice ring to it.
How about, what about, I've been thinking about this one for a while. Last Week Tonight, I think would be, at Joystick Tonight, that would be
Wait, what?
perfect.
Was that the or you're taking pieces?
But you have to be careful with joystick, because you can't just say joystick. You got to be careful.
Last Week Tonight at Joystick Sports?
No, I was joking. Last Week Tonight is the show with John Oliver. I was joking.
Oh, I was wondering. I was like, I think that's another show. I was gonna let you own it. I was gonna.
Yep, nope.
So what are we gonna call it? Just This Week at Joystick Sports? I mean, it's sort of like yay, nay. I mean, we can change it, but we should probably pretend.
For now, I'll pretend to like it. Sure.
Great. Wonderful.
The Joycast.
All right, Whispers is in. Whispers is in.
Yeah.
No, we could call this the Joycast.
The Joycast.
Yeah.
I kind of like that.
That's all I got. It
But I
sounds
don't
a little.
wrong with the gay crowd.
But we're all a little gay, so I don't see the problem.
I mean,
Are you saying Joycast?
Yeah. Like the Dreamcast.
Christ.
Subject 1. Actually, let's do that. So let's start. Subject 1 at Joystick Sports. What do we call the podcast? I mean, I think that's actually a reasonable thing. I say we go around the table. We won't be able to hear Mike, but his idea will be stupid. And then we'll debate. So I had tonight at this week at Joystick Sports. So this week at Joystick Sports. Simple, casual. Bruce.
The Joycast.
The Joycast.
But it sounds a little gay.
Yeah. All right, Mike. Everyone be quiet. Mike, your turn.
Speaking softly with Joystick.
Okay, well, no, like I said. No, we can't hear your argument.
I don't know. The joy of the sticks. I don't.
This isn't a competition, so you can name the podcast something gay. It's like, let's alienate half of the male population.
All right, let's give Bruce a minute. And Nate's out. Nate's video. There he is. Whew.
All right. So, we're going with Joycast?
Oh no! Nate, I am literally typing up my resignation right now.
I already typed mine.
I think honestly, this week at Joystick Sports
That's probably good.
All right.
because it's not stupid. That's why.
It's the least alienating. And we have one follower, maybe 3, and that's because my grandmother, my mom, and like one random person. So the least.
I was gonna say we had 3 followers, and 3 of them are on this call. Which means that means 2 things. That means
we're losing one.
that means 2 things. 1, that's sad, and 2, which one of us is a fucking asshole?
Well, Bruce almost just died. Mike's gone. We've got Mike's ceiling. Mike, if you're joking, scream.
Mike's computer can't handle the Hangout and chat roulette at the same time.
All right. We're actually going to talk about a real subject. Subject number 1, reactions of E3, which was last week. Bruce, fire away. What did you think? Who won, I guess, is the real
Nobody won. Everyone was kind of, I don't know. Backwards compatibility is pretty cool. That was a mic drop. They Microsoft was like, drop the mic. Backwards compatibility on the Xbox.
Oh,
it's already live. Like, I can download Banjo to Tooie right now. Like,
so if you had to pick someone who like actually won E3, even though everybody lost. The best of the worst was
Probably Microsoft.
What?
Microsoft. Can you not hear me?
No, I can, but I was like, I don't know. It took me a second to get. I thought you said not Microsoft. I was like, wait a minute.
Microsoft.
I was like, but the Wii.
But the problem, but here's the problem, and I think it's only gonna get worse. Is that like Microsoft's like, yo, here's a bunch of games, but it's like, here's Halo 5. Okay, here's Gears of War 4. It's next year.
Yeah, but time out.
Okay.
I'm Team Halo 5.
No, like Halo 5 is cool, but like, okay, another Halo.
But I think, and this is me going out on a limb. The first blog post ever written on this site was, "Is Halo 5 gonna be the Halo 2 that we had always needed Halo 3, 4, Reach, ODST, all the movies to be?" And I'm putting a line in the sand that I think 5 will be as close to the next Counter-Strike as any game will ever be close to the next Counter-Strike.
That's bold.
And that's bold, but I think this is why it's taken a little while. That, like, you can only fuck up so many times as a good studio and a great title when eventually you just kind of grab your nuts, you fire the idiots, you bring in some good people, and you take a swing. And if I'm going to bet on a swing, that's mine.
That's bold.
But I get what you're saying. It's like it's Microsoft, and I don't mean to interrupt, but this is my like, passion project. Even if it sucks, it's the next Counter-Strike either way. So get used to it. Okay, so another Xbox. Too many sequels. Bruce, sorry, I couldn't help it.
Yeah, so I mean, other than that, it was cool. And then like Sony's like, yo, maybe we'll come to Last Guardian sometime. I don't know.
Think about Final Fantasy. Like I mean, I think that's the thing, just to rally up. I mean, I don't think it was.
Yeah, but they didn't show 15. Like they were like, here's 15. They were like, we're gonna remake 7. You guys wanted it. We need money. You know, which is cool. Like I hope it's cool. And then Kingdom Hearts. You know, here's the thing. Okay. Passion project of mine. Kingdom Hearts. Can we talk about this for a second? Oh god, that game looks good. But why are they showing like Tangled? Like who was like, you know what? I want to play in that Tangled world. Rapunzel's my boot. Like no one says that. Like
well, I think that was the point they were trying to get across. Is like they kind of showed the thing that no one really wanted to see. So they did the opposite of what everyone else did, which is like show the best scene of every game we have and like hope people will buy it. They sort of like they wanted the reaction that you had.
Yeah, but here's the thing. If Star Wars isn't in that game, they fucked up. They fucked up. That's all I'm saying.
That's true. Zach?
Yeah,
Zach,
so
I want to hear who lost from you.
my first question about dropping the mic is, where is Mike? He is not on the call anymore.
He's trying to figure out how his iPad works. I'm going to hook him up with my grandmother. She's 78. She uses all the apps. And I can hear her crisp as day on Hangouts.
Good.
Instead of the government contractor who's literally QAing purchase orders for goddamn missiles, who can't turn on his goddamn Hangout.
All right. So I think in E3, I mean, I have to hand it to Microsoft. I think that just their presentation was all around solid. They kind of pulled back from stroking themselves and talking about the console the whole time, and instead, with announcing backwards compatibility, some of their moves with VR and integrating that into the industry, and then on top of that, just a slew of good games that everybody can look forward to.
How nuts was the Oculus stuff?
What's that?
How nuts was the Oculus stuff?
Right.
Wait, talking about Oculus or HoloLens?
Oculus. Well, both. I mean, like, in general. I mean, I think Oculus has enough money in the bank, and they're attracting enough talent that, like, the virtual reality that I think we'll actually experience for real, however far down the road it is, will probably be powered by Oculus. But, I mean, both. I mean, that was nuts. I mean, that's like, Sony's like, oh, look, we have this new game, and Microsoft is like, projecting fucking Minecraft worlds on a table and like controlling things with like little hand thing. I mean, that's like they're on like another level. It's not, the technology isn't there, but if you take of like who's pushing the limits, it's like Wii's trying to explain away why the last thing didn't work. Microsoft's projecting goddamn worlds on a goddamn table.
pretty baller.
Yeah, I mean, like, I don't know. I feel like they came out swinging. I don't.
Oh, you know what? Actually, no. I changed my MVP. I'm sorry. I don't even like Fallout, and I thought Bethesda fucking killed it.
Yeah. Oh yeah. Oh
Sorry.
yeah. Which I'll chime in a little bit there. I know that we're going to talk about this later, but I think I might also stand with Bruce on that one too. Is backing Bethesda solely on the Fallout 4 announcement.
But let's
They
be
talked
real.
about
I don't care what people say. Doom looks sick. Just saying.
I mean, the thing is, now we're at this new thing where like the games are they're all gonna look good. It's the replayability, it's the scale that I'm interested in. I wrote about it like today. It's like, is anyone just gonna make something that's so big that it just can't end? Because like I don't even know if that's possible.
I have a game.
now we're talking about. Oh yeah, there's a game. It's called No Man's Sky. You need to look it up. Seriously, never ending.
Do you want to hear about this game? I'll tell you about this game. Oh, Zach, do you want to tell them about this game? Because I can.
Oh, I'm good.
What's the title again?
No Man's Sky.
No Man's Sky. Now, despite everything we just said, it's looking to be a Sony exclusive, possibly coming to PC, but Microsoft's not getting their hands on it for the one. So, a little bit of gripe.
So it's dead, but yeah, great.
Yo.
Yeah, no man's gonna play it is what it should be called.
I disagree.
But hey Nate, how do you feel about space?
Huge fan. I'm a big Musk guy.
Do you think space is big?
In the scheme of things, I mean, I take it across the universe and all the other.
Here's the thing.
The universe pretty much covers everything.
I think you'll find that the universe pretty much covers everything.
Shut up, woman. Get on my horse. All right, Bruce.
So No Man's Sky is like, yo, fucking, we're gonna do space. Like, we're gonna do it real. And like, they're like, here's a spaceship. You can upgrade it and shit. But like, every planet in the game is procedural generated. So like, they have a huge long ass algorithm. It's like, some life's gonna be here, and the colors are different, and yada yada yada. And they've created like billions of planets.
So like Eve.
Like, no. Like, but Eve isn't a game. Eve is spreadsheets. This is a video game. You can actually like play it.
And like you fly places.
So the coolest part that blew my mind is that like, let's say you're on a planet, you take your spaceship and you fly it out. Like you can fly it through like the atmosphere and like into space without ever like stopping the load. And then you can like warp to another part of the whole galaxy, and again, never loads.
So there's a video online, and I'm gonna have to post the link to it just in a quick article. But basically, they're presenting the game, and basically a couple minutes in, they're like, all right, we're gonna go ahead and zoom out now, so that you can get the size of this game. And he just starts zooming out, and for a good 45 seconds, just at the fastest zoom out speed, and there's all these different solar systems that he flies by. And the way that they're describing the game, it's just all of these planets in different universes and he says that like a lot of these places will never get discovered. There's so many of them. There's so many places you can go that some of the game just won't be seen.
Massive multiplayer, like everyone's playing in the same universe.
Yeah.
Yes. And it's they haven't talked, incredibly in depth on like story, but my guess is with just such a huge game, it's going to be a lot of user created factions, just protecting planets and exploration. I mean, it's huge.
The interesting thing they said too, though, about it, like you can't just teleport to your friends, like it's a multiplayer game. But like you're not going to be like, hey Zach, let's go play No Man's Sky tonight. Like that's just not going to happen.
You have to like go find him.
Yeah,
but you won't. You can't. It's literally so big.
The looking thing over here was going to take like 3 days to get over there.
No, but with how big this game is, it's literally.
It would take you a lifetime to like click through every planet. So Zach's like, I'm on planet Telescope. Okay, like. Now I need to know what sector you're in and all this shit, and it's just not going to happen.
This won't happen.
All right. So moral of the story, first place, Microsoft.
Actually, I changed my Bethesda. I changed it.
Okay, that counts. I mean, that's like sort of without one, the other one doesn't exist. But Nintendo loses again for the millionth year.
Dude, Nintendo. All right.
I mean, my article was exactly accurate. It's like it's over. Like they're not even. Are they still? But the crazy thing is, they sell a bajillion fucking things.
Dude, I have something to show you. You keep this call going. I got something to show you on that subject. You keep this going.
Oh, great.
Look at his window, like right behind his head. Like there's literally a square missing.
Jeez. Yeah. Well, let's wonder why. Okay.
Zach,
Yeah, I don't know, man. All right, so Nintendo I was talking about this the other day with Bruce, and in my opinion, in my extremely amateur opinion, this is what Nintendo's problem is it's fighting two battles right now. On the console front, it's got Microsoft and Sony absolutely killing it. I mean, Microsoft and Sony, their technology is just outrageous. They're introducing titles that you just can't compete with. And then on the other front, they're trying to compete with mobile gaming. You have cell phones. You know, everybody has a cell phone now. Everybody has a smartphone. I mean, you can buy an Android smartphone for less than $100 and do prepaid. So now they're also trying to compete with mobile gaming, free-to-play games, you know, games that are 99 cents. And then here they are trying to come out with, you know, handheld devices that are trying to compete with something that everybody already owns. So they're fighting on two fronts, and they're losing 2 times.
But do you know where they're winning?
Moms.
Amiibos. Like, look at this guy. Look at this guy. He's Mega Man.
You paid for that?
No, he's Mega Man. Look at him.
You buy that with real money.
I bought this with a real $13 bill.
Oh my god.
And,
Strip clubs.
so here's the thing. This guy is making.
Speaking of that,
these are making them.
I'm on my last $2 bills.
Dude, I can help
My
that.
last strip club adventure.
I can get rid of those for you if you like.
Now, no offense to Mega Man, but that is like a dumbed down Skylander. What is that?
Have you never seen an Amiibo before? This is your first.
I'm saying explain what the Amiibo is.
All right, so an Amiibo it's like a Skylander. It's got a little chippy chip in it, and I can put this guy on my Wii U gamepad.
Oh yeah, these are actually cool.
And I can put my Smash Brothers preset moveset.
Yeah, these are cool.
That's all I got.
But yeah,
Okay.
Supercharge your gameplay. Collect, customize, and compete.
for the sake of time, Bethesda, Microsoft, first place. Sony, second. And then we have our old faithful Nintendo.
Nintendo's like, I don't know what they're doing.
But the thing is like they're still making money because they're still selling. They sell more Wiis than they do the new shit. Still.
Yeah, it's pretty crazy.
All right, Mike's back, so good time to change the subject. He knows a little bit about this, Bruce. And before we get into it, I want to explain how fucking nuts Mike is, since we're all sort of getting this group together first. The next subject, the new Fallout, and I want to preface this with Bruce. I know you're a gamer. We all are. Everyone listening is. Mike is a special type of gamer, where when you play Fallout or Fable, it's not about playing all the missions. Mike is the guy who has fucking notebooks full of trying to figure out every code of all the goddamn safes across the entire world. If we didn't stop him, he would still be on Halo 2 trying to crack that one safe underneath that one abandoned boat and that one abandoned beach. I mean, he gets so deep into it that he cannot stop. He won't end until every single crevice of every game has been explored, which is why this space game, I think, could be interesting for Mike. Because, Mike, they invented a game that's algorithmically growing faster than you can unlock the goddamn safes.
Mike, in case you haven't figured it out,
Game. Is it Dangerous Elite?
Mike, this is not. This isn't a podcast or a YouTube video. This is an intervention,
Yeah.
and your friends have come together. We care about you, okay? deeply. Well, I don't, but
Mike,
I think somebody does.
That grows as you play it. Like,
Yeah,
you're here.
Is it called Dangerous Elite?
No.
No, Mike, you don't. Back up a
Okay,
little
so
bit.
what's the
You're gonna
game?
hear the walk. Back up a little bit.
What's the game?
It's called No Man's Sky.
No Man's Sky?
No Man's Sky.
Mike, you haven't heard about it. You're still in Halo 2 trying
No,
to unlock the goddamn box. Mike, remember when you unlocked all the mystery safes in Fable? We had already moved on like 6 months later. You're
Yeah, I
still
got through
playing
all
some
the walls.
What was it?
I got
The
through
vault?
all the walls.
Yeah, the goddamn walls. Okay, sorry. So, Bruce, now you understand Mike's craziness, which is why I'm very concerned with Fallout, much less this new shit that will completely blow his mind. So, Zach, I'm going to give you the floor as the impromptu pro on the excitement around Fallout. What do you think about the trailer? What do you think about the release at E3?
All right, so I'm trying to post this No Man's Sky little E3 presentation to the website at the same time, so bear with me.
You're making a post? Ah, cheers, buddy.
No, I'm just putting. I want the No Man's Sky E3 presentation to be on the website because I mean, if you were closely following E3, you saw it. But just for like the average, the person who tuned in just to see what Microsoft and Sony said, almost guarantee that you missed it. And even if you're not a Sony guy, an MMO guy, or an RPG guy, it doesn't matter. The trailer itself is still worth seeing. So that's why I'm honestly just putting the trailer on the website.
All right, you do that. Bruce, since Zach's busy typing, the new Fallout, what'd you think about the trailer? I'll start with the trailer.
Well, alright, so this is actually coming from a guy who doesn't give a shit about Fallout or Skyrim. I think those games are bad, personally. I don't like them. But anyway,
Why?
actually it looked good. Like, the character customization, like, I hate sliders, so they were like, yo, let's make your dude without any sliders. I was like, okay, I can get behind that. And then, like, the fact that you change your race, or not race, your fucking, race, and X and all that, that was cool. The thing that blew my mind was the names. Like, 1,000 names, like all the NPCs are just gonna know your name. Say like Howarden, like that's pretty cool. And then like the thing I'll never play with in it is the cutback, like builder shit. You can like build shit and take shit apart. Like that's pretty cool. So I think people like Zach or like the Sims are gonna fucking lose their goddamn minds when that thing comes out.
Which is another whole class of people are the people who like the Sims.
Zach included.
All right.
It's fucking
Okay.
weird.
Whatever, man. All right. Anyway, I think games like Fallout are important, not just to the people who like those kinds of games, but I think they're just important to the gaming industry in general. It's not about playing a linear timeline anymore. It's not about having a 10-hour quest that leads to the end of the game. It's about introducing a universe that, I mean, I don't want to say it's limitless, but that's where it's going. Games like No Man's Sky or Fallout or Skyrim and just games like that in general. So I think that they're more important than just I like RPGs, personally.
Yeah, I mean, the crazy thing is, and I just sort of came to this conclusion while listening to you, is that I think Fallout's going to be super cool. I mean, I love the trailer specifically, and that's what really matters to the average Joe out there is the trailer. But I don't think I'll buy it.
So all right. So here's my next thing. And first off, you're a fucking idiot. But I think that the no, I'm just kidding.
No, I mean, I'm like, like if I can't play another human, it's like I'm just so much smarter than the fucking AI or the goddamn robot. It's like if I'm not really cracking skulls over an 18-year-old Korean dude like just getting up from college at 5 a.m, like I'm not living.
Very good. I think all right. So with Fallout, I mean, you can start with the trailer. Notice how I'm just ignoring everything you just said.
It's to ignore the facts.
No, so with Fallout, I mean, you can start with the trailer, just the countdown, that they started, and then the way that just bled into releasing the trailer, except for the one that was leaked like an hour early. But again, I'll ignore that. I just think the way it was presented, it bled into the dilapidated buildings, which is proof that it was in Boston. I just think it was well done.
All right, Whisper Mike, what do you think?
I'm just really excited to get back into the game like that. I got the Xbox One, and I kind of stopped using the 360, and I can't find. I don't know. I haven't found. Can you guys not hear me at all?
No one's hanging out with you. It's
All we
great.
can see is your teeth.
I love hanging out
I'm
with
trying
you
to get
when you
closer
talk.
to the microphone.
The camera is in your mouth.
Surprisingly, that's the only thing. So we're all gracious for that.
Can you hear me when I talk from here?
Yes.
Okay. So
I like these POV shots though. That's kind of my thing. So.
It's like, this is going to be great for the podcast. No one's going to dare watch the fucking YouTube video.
all right. So, anyways, are you guys done making fun of me? Can I say something now?
Yeah, go. I need a drink.
Since I got the Xbox One, I've been waiting for Fallout or something like that to play.
That's because you're married.
Yeah. Something that I can play for an hour or two and then come back and just continue, as opposed to the repetitiveness of the Destiny or the Call of Duty. The continual.
That's all we get from you?
Well,
Give me a fucking bring you offline for a goddamn 30 minutes trying to figure out how to use an iPad. Give us a little advice. It's like, I'd like to play a game and then come back and play it again. Like, thanks.
no, it's hard to explain. No,
Don't forget.
like you said.
No. All right, in all seriousness, let him go. All right, before you finish though, this is a serious question because I was typing. Are you saying you like to go back and play games again like Call of Duty or not like Call of Duty? Okay.
He's gone.
That was so perfect.
No.
And he's gone.
Wait, Mike, are you there?
I am now. Yes.
Okay. Are you saying you like to go back and play games again like Call of Duty or not like Call of Duty?
No, I mean I like the fact that it has the storyline and it's the continual, but I don't have to play the same storyline, so I can come back and say, hey, right now I want to, I want to go explore an area, or right now I want to go fight a war, as opposed to, right now I want to go break open some safes.
for 12 hours, but
instead of I had that compulsion to do that, and I hadn't found a game to do that. I tried playing, like the Assassin's Creed, and it just didn't have the same feel. I missed the Fallout, the Fable.
Wait, Assassin's Creed is basically the same as Fallout.
No,
whoa,
not even close.
whoa.
I mean, don't.
Not
Okay,
even close.
Mike has 213 Excel spreadsheets and 4 hard drives that say otherwise. Okay.
Well, you're right. I mean, Assassin's Creed is way more linear.
Assassin's Creed is an action game. I mean,
Well,
totally different games.
I would still say, I mean, aside from what you just said, I would still say that it's vastly different in its openness. It's more centered, like you said, around action. And Fallout or Skyrim, for that matter, is just more centered around the world. Like, go and do shit. Like, if you just want to walk around for 10 hours and not touch a quest line, then go. A game like Assassin's Creed, you'd hit kind of a brick wall before that.
Yeah. That's fair. I do think the best trailers, though, Assassin's Creed trailers.
Yeah.
Best trailers.
Oh, so I was saying this while we were setting this whole thing up. You weren't here, but honestly, as I'm aging, shooters for me aren't quite cutting it anymore. I honestly haven't given a shit about Call of Duty for the last 3 installments.
That's
And
because
when you posted that article with the Black Ops trailer, kind of looked good. I don't want to admit it, so I'm not going to.
The big dogs are still playing shooters. I want to point that out. The big dogs are still in the trenches, 5v5, getting choppers. We're calling dogs.
Yeah, if Big Dogs is a 14-year-old boy telling me he slept with my mother real quiet so that she doesn't hear because she's in the other room. Like, who are these big dogs that you're talking about?
Yeah, that's how I'm still fighting the war against the 14-year-olds. You guys are out there all married and shit, like saying, I just want to see some artistry behind the game. No, someone's going to keep the goddamn generation before us down. I'm out there with my ACR showing kids that maybe my mom likes the D, but the E bar's gonna get food stamps.
You're the only adult that I know who has said
I'm
the
out there
phrase.
taking those bullets so you don't have to.
You just said the phrase. You're fighting a war against 14-year-olds and you're not in prison. Congratulations.
Hey,
And also, to be fair, like, the big dogs are not playing shooters. They're playing fucking League and fucking Dota also. Like,
yeah, I can't get into that.
I know, but I'm just saying, like, we want to talk about the big dogs. Like, what was the biggest Call of Duty pot you ever seen? Because Dota's like, yo, he's 11 million.
Yeah,
Like,
but that's discrediting where I think the industry's going. Like, I think you're right. I mean, you're right. Today, the Dota is the StarCraft, so like the two games where you can get a bajillion Koreans in a room and you can have $1 million prize pot. I mean, that's really. But I think for it to become mainstream in the United States, like real mainstream, where like the NHL is starting to like fight like competitive gaming for like the fifth spot in like pro sports, it's gonna be PvP shooters.
Here's the thing. Have you seen Call of Duty on ESPN 2? Like,
No.
Okay, because I've seen Heroes of the Storm on ESPN 2.
Right, but I think you're discrediting what it is now. Like, yeah, they got for a day or a couple of days they got on
weeks,
ESPN 2.
but yeah.
But you're trying to compete with the NHL. So to compete with the NHL, you need more than just your million gamers or 5 million or 10 million gamers who want to watch like the lane. But to get like the NASCAR crowd, like the middle 50% of the United States, where all the money is in professional sports, and that's why all the sports are huge billion-dollar industries. I think it'll be shooters that will get it there.
The problem with shooters though is they're hard to watch. Like watch it, like it's fun playing, right? Like we can all agree, like playing Call of Duty, it's good, it's fun, right? But like when you're trying to watch a team versus another team, and you're like going back and forth, especially first-person shooters, I think it's difficult. Like
That's fair.
Like whereas a game like League or like Dota, these MOBAs, like you're watching a field, like you're able to see everything at
You can
once.
sort of watch from above and experience it, versus like you have to watch through the person's eyes in Call of Duty to really experience it.
I think it's more or less you can't see the game, right? When you watch football, you're not just watching the quarterback, right? You're
Well,
watching
unless it's Tom Brady, then that's all I'm watching.
unless it's Tom Brady. But my point is, like, you're watching like what are the tight ends or what are the wide receivers doing. I think the same thing with like a MOBA. So
But do you think? I mean, even if that's true, do you think that's going to have enough appeal?
I think it already is.
That it will be so hard to convince like all the college kids and all like the 20 to 30-year-old dudes to like tune in on a Thursday night, get the boys around for beers, where all the money's made in sports.
I think the hard challenge that those games have is that their rule set is large. So like, whereas like watching a Call of Duty, like I shot the dude, he's dead, like I win.
Yeah.
Whereas those
I mean, you're right. It's like football with like girls. It's like they only get like 4 of the rules because they don't do it enough.
Yeah, so I think the big challenge for MOBAs is just explaining rules, and shooters kind of already win there. So I don't know, we'll see.
Yeah, I digress. Anything else, guys? It's been 48 minutes. Mike, you've been here for 8 minutes. What are you playing this week, Mike?
I've been playing Forza, actually. Forza 5.
Classic.
Yep.
How's that going?
So, all right. So no, this is actually.
You unlock every car, so we'll see you in 3 days.
Well, this is a legitimate question now because if I know the rest of us as I do, we all need to and can admit that the Forza games are good games. But I think the other 3 of us just aren't racing simulation players. Like we just aren't. So, Mike, honestly, what is your opinion of the Forza series? Are they getting better? Are they getting worse? Is it the same shit over and over again? Because I honestly don't have any clue. I just know that it looks good, and I kind of just take the word of other people.
A racing game, I walk down to Chinatown.
Well, I mean, Forza specifically, a lot of people, I think the average person gets more into used to get more into like the Need for Speed because it was very simple to drive. It was very simple to drive. It was very simple to pick up and go. The Forza crowd, it's something that you have to start and keep up with in order to get decent. Unless you have all the driver assists on, then it's kind of boring because you just hold the trigger, right?
See,
So-
I'm gonna admit it. I'm a Need for Speed player. Need for
Yeah.
Speed 2, I used the cheat code and I raced the bus. That was what it was.
Exactly. I mean, because you can get on and never play before and go on and still race and do decent. In Forza, if you've never played before and you don't know how to control it, you're just going to hit the wall every time, over and over.
I feel like GTA is still the racing game.
What?
I think GTA is like killed the racing game series.
Okay, but as an avid GTA player myself, I mean, when we're talking racing sim, this isn't like a racing arcade game.
Well, I know.
Like, Grand Theft Auto is more arcadey, but this is like for the people who are the car guys.
Yeah.
That like know what all these parts are, and they go in and put these parts on, and then they get wet over what the cars they're racing.
Why doesn't NASCAR have a game?
They do.
They did, and they were all bad.
Oh, were they?
They're all terrible.
I guess if you have a bunch of redneck developers, you're not going to get that far.
The one year that was good is they had a huge deal with Gran Turismo, and they put like a bunch of NASCAR cars in like Gran Turismo 4, I think it was, and that was like the highlight of NASCAR.
All right, what are you playing this week, Zach? What's the game of the week?
I mean, honestly, the game of the week, I was trying real hard to make it ESO as an avid Skyrim fan. I was trying to play it, and instead I went out and I picked up a copy of The Witcher 3, and that's what I've been playing.
How is it?
And it's so far it's awesome. I'm probably only like 6 hours in, so nothing major. But I mean, it looks good. It plays well. The combat system isn't broken. Sorry. And I mean, it just overall it looks good, and the story's good. And then you see titties every once in a while too, which I mean that's an added bonus.
And so I keep in mind that 6 hours was today.
Yeah.
I mean, 5.5.
It was today.
Chromecast is for. He's got an HDMI cable. He's like hiding in the bathroom. Bruce, what are you playing this week?
All right, well, this week I'm actually playing a new release. And it's weird. I'm playing Batman Arkham Knight. I already posted a brief little thing about it on the site. And that game is weird. I don't know how I feel about that game. Because
Wait, it's all just the Batmobile?
All right, well, here's the thing. So I think Arkham Asylum is one of the best games ever made. Arguably one of the best games ever made.
Boom.
And the reason why that game is so good is because you can take 20 dudes and beat the shit out of them without an issue because you're fucking Batman. Okay? And then, guns, like, those are kind of a problem, but again, you're fucking Batman. Like, it just makes you feel like Batman. And this game is the best of that. Like, when it does that, I fucking love it, and I'm, like, orgasming everywhere. But then it says, fuck this. Here's the Batmobile. Let's solve some puzzles. Like, great, I'm the world's greatest detective. I get that. We have to...
Well, you need a puzzle guy. We get old Lombard on the phone.
Like, I get it. But, like, there's a section of the game I was playing today, it pissed me off, where, like, you're solving these Riddler challenges, and you gotta drive the Batmobile up this ramp, but then you have to, like, switch back to Batman to keep, like, moving these things. I'm like, this isn't, like, who thought this was fun?
Sounds like Tomb Raider.
Yeah, like, it was stupid. And then, like, there's some, like, car, like, racing challenges that are kind of cool, but, like, half of the game is garbage, and the other half is amazing. So, I'll keep playing it, and we'll see how it
And
goes.
sadly, for myself, not to put a damper on the great mood, I'm doing just NHL 14 the rest of the week.
Not even 15.
14.
14.
Not even 15.
The reason is, the guy been getting chirped on Twitter by a couple little bastards from where I used to work who think they're like the greatest fucking NHL players. One of them works in our office. Well, my office, our office. And literally, there's never been a more idiotic 21-year-old in my entire life who said that they're the biggest, baddest NHL player in the world since the last time I said it. So all I'm doing is playing this person every day, 2 games a day, $50 a game. We're doing it for the rest of the week until Monday. So in the meantime, I have to train. And by starting, I have to go buy the game. Which is tomorrow.
Great. You're digging out the classics. That's awesome.
It's what I do.
Me and Mike are starting up that Need for Speed 2 contest next week too, so that's great.
Tokyo. Whenever I hear Need for Speed, all I can say is Tokyo.
Oh, can we actually talk about the new Need for Speed? I don't know if we're running over, but like,
We're running over, but we can take out some other shit, so we might as well just keep talking.
the new one looks pretty cool. I don't know if you guys looked into that at all.
I can't do racing.
So, all right, I'm not a big racing fan either. I'll be honest, but they were showing off at the EA press conference. Like, it was like a full motion video, which is cool. They're doing that again. So it was like a mechanic with his like gal pal. They're like walking by, like, yo, your car's over there. And like then the game moves it to the car, and I swear to God, it just is pictures of cars. Like, I don't think it's a game engine. Like, I think they took a picture of every single car with every single part in the game and then put that in there. If that's the case, like, that's dope.
That's pretty cool.
So,
I mean, we're finding edges, right? We're finding weird edges, like, because the systems are getting so good, and I think VR is where this breaks, or like, goes to the next level, is where, like, it's so real. Like, I mean, you're saying exactly, like, it's literally like pictures. It's the same shit.
No. I think they took a picture. Because the car doesn't move when you're in this mechanic shop. That's what I'm, like, do you get what I'm saying?
I feel like some games have the capabilities of even going better graphics, and then they go, well, we don't want it to look too real, so we kind of want to make it look...
Dude, it's like Beowulf.
And everybody first.
That movie was the best CGI ever at the time, but it was just good enough to be good, but just bad enough to be like, what the fuck are we watching?
Yeah, the only reason it wasn't an instant classic is because Nick Cage wasn't in it, but that's my opinion.
Calm down.
Also, we talked about Microsoft an awful lot before dropping the mic at E3, and it's kind of embarrassing, but we didn't bring up, even just for 10 seconds, the Rare Replay announcement. If you guys have looked into that, heard anything about that,
No.
That's worth talking about. I mean, it's 30 games, it's 10,000 gamer scores. So Mike, perk your ears up, and then you can get and Mike, you can get it for $30. It's a $30 game for 30 games, 10,000 gamer score, and it has Battletoads in it. I don't even give a shit about any other game. No, that's not true. But seriously, Battletoads is like a big part of my childhood. So
like, I hear what you're saying. There's a new Battletoads game coming out for 30.
There's a new Battletoads game
to come with 29 other games.
Did you ever play indie beer pong? We need to do a whole episode on just indie games on Xbox. Did you ever go to my apartment when I lived with Emily and we had that fucking Xbox beer pong game?
No.
How about the golf game that you constantly fell asleep at?
No, that was golf.
Yeah, that's what I said.
Also,
the golf game that you constantly fell asleep at.
I get fucked up. Emily would go to bed. It'd be me, Mike, and Rob in the living room, just fucking swinging the golf club. I'd be asleep between every hole, and they had to wait for me to wake up to like play the next hole. It was a battle.
Also, it's worth noting that Rare Replay is Amazon's most pre-ordered game that was announced at E3.
Of course it was.
It's just a little side note, little anecdote. Keep going.
No, it's a fucking gamer score.
Yeah. So Mike has pre-ordered it 10,000 times.
Yeah. Staff sergeant for life, buddy.
The last one that came out, I was a lot better at.
Mike, shut up for a second. I don't want you to ruin what I'm about to tell Bruce. So, back in the day, Bruce, you know how I met Gibson?
Mm-hmm.
We were playing Halo against each other. I didn't know his name was Zach until we were living together.
I think you didn't realize that till a while after.
He was like a couple doors down. We knew him just by gamer tag. So back in the day, we scrum it up with the proverbial big dogs, as I like to say, in Halo. We were damn fucking good. But our boy Lombard, you'll see him. He's the one real zoomed in. Could not get past level 20 for the goddamn life of him. He was playing with probably three of the best Halo players. Mike, let me finish before you rebuttal. He was playing with probably three of the best Halo players around. Like, it's not like he was playing with amateurs. We had his back. We were sniping bitches. He played 50 games a goddamn day and could not get past level 20.
I got to 28.
People are
No, I
making
got to 32 at one point.
Oh, okay. Yeah, how many times can you reset your account there, big dog? Literally, we would get into a game, and people, Zach, Rob, and I were nasty. We would win every game. They would see our team and be like, "Oh my God, they have a staff sergeant that's a level 21. He's played like 85,000 games. This is going to be the easiest match of our lives." Which coincidentally became our secret weapon, because the good guy on their team, like, I'm going to go get a burrito, and then the real players would come in and fuck them up. So, Mike, level 21 for life, super staff sergeant. I'll give you a chance for a rebuttal.
Wait, is Mike reviling? I'm going to go get a drink.
The latest one that came out. The latest one that came out that we would play in your apartment when you lived with Emily. I was good at that one.
Good strategy.
But we never played it.
Man,
Yeah.
that was good.
So the next one that comes out, 5.
Oh God! There's a fair point. That's the fair
Perfect.
point.
Perfect.
Obama.
There's a little Fisher Price internet.
The next one that's coming out, you'll be good at.
Yes. I will.
Okay. Welcome to the next million podcast, where I have the same rant about Mike for the rest of all time. I hope so, Mike. I hope so, for your sake.
By the way,
I want you to break the mold.
I can hear you guys, but my screen is green, and your videos are frozen.
That sounds
look
like,
great.
yeah.
That's why I have a green tint on my face at the moment.
So now that we're gonna end it, so I'll bring in an ending, whatever. I think we should do something like on a day where there'd be like gamers like sitting around, and it should be like drink with us. We're too small now for that to matter, but I think that'd be cool.
Like drinking and like playing games like locally and then broadcasting it.
Shit. It's like you just for an hour and a half, like everyone's drinking beers or whiskey in my part, and like we can have people like come in and like talk. Like with this on air, I can actually bring in people who are like, if someone like watches, I can bring them into the video.
Yeah.
You know what I mean? Like it's like not Friday nights because I have to get laid too, but like a drinking night a week where we can like, I don't know. We're too small for it to matter right now.
Like, can take video calls? Is that what you're saying?
You could have 100 people watching, and someone could say like, "Hey, bring me in." You could like click a button, and they'll like come in.
Now we're taking caller.
Yeah. But I mean, I think it'd be interesting. I mean, everyone has opinions, and I think like there's not that many outlets for like other than Reddit. And like if it's just like, oh, you have to like you want to hang out, drink beers, and talk gaming, like let's do it, like Thursday nights or something. I mean, it's down the road because we're not even live. But the more I do it, the more I reflect on like all the Barstool stuff we've done. And like with Barstool, we do, I think, 500,000 podcast plays a week. Or I think it's a little bit more now.
Yeah.
But like.
Also before we close out too, I put that No Man's Sky presentation on the website, so you guys should watch it. Just saying.
When do you guys want to go live?
Whew, good question.
It's whenever you want. I mean, we could do Monday. We could do whenever. But like once you go,
is it ready?
I mean, it's as ready as it's gonna be. I mean, I was saying the other day, like we'll do. My goal is to code and run the business in the app like Monday through Friday, and then Saturday and Sunday I'll code on the blog. But I'm so good at this framework now that it really doesn't matter. I mean, probably the second largest WordPress site in the country, I just built. So if we need to change some shit, I can change some shit. Yep.
I mean, I'm game for whenever. As long as we all fully commit, then I'm good.
Yeah, once we start, we can't stop. That's the because like as I've seen, it's a fucking battle early on. But we just have to like just keep fucking doing it. So if we want to wait a little bit, like it's all. I mean, honestly, it's all up to Mike. Well, Zach, you have a girl too.
Yeah, but I mean, whatever. I can manage my. What? What?
I was gonna say she's not the problem for me. I work a lot at the moment, and.
Oh, that's what you meant. Yeah, no, I don't have a problem with this at all.
Government job. You work in the exact job to do this.
What? Me?
You work in the only job in the world. You're a PMC for the fucking government. Bring a little computer in, take a long shit, type a fucking blog.
I can't get on the network at work.
Use your
phone. Hotspot your phone first off.
Clash of Clans 50% of the time you're at work.
No.
There's a study that proves it. I don't have
I'm not a government employee. I work for a defense contracting company.
So you're a government employee. Our tax dollars pay you.
No, they don't. Wow.
Yeah, there's just one CEO in between. I know what your job is. The government needs the missile. They say, hey, Raytheon, we have all these tax dollars. We need a missile. They hand it to them. They say, oh, all the missile things are happening. We need someone to QA the engineering schematics. Mike. So you're a government employee. So start acting like one and write some goddamn blogs.
So what you're saying is that him and Rob could duke it out for who spends the least amount of time actually working.
Oh, no one wants to compete with Rob on that one.
No, you can't compete with Rob on that one.
He systematically removed his necessity. It's like Ex Machina. It's like, oh, I'm so good at it, and then it's like, oh, you stab yourself. You're not necessary.
Oh, man.
On one end, stupid on the other. So, what do you guys think? Like, middle of next week? Monday, Tuesday, Wednesday?
Yeah, I could get behind that.
It doesn't really matter that we're live versus not live, except that we have to write blogs.
It sounds to me, are we editing this stuff out of the podcast / YouTube?
Yeah, I'm gonna edit it in Final Cut. I just figured we might as well.
Yeah, okay. Yeah, I mean, whatever, the sooner we go live, the sooner we can start making money. I mean, let's be honest.
Yeah.
Yeah, well, obviously, I don't mean that we're going to make money on Monday, Tuesday, Wednesday. I'm just saying, like, if we start now and stop dicking around, then...
Yeah, it's all about just getting our first, 1,000 Twitter followers, getting our first 1,000 YouTube subscribers. And the first 1,000 are the hardest. It becomes a self-perpetuating cycle. Like, if you have 1,000, then they're more likely to share. It's all about getting your first 1,000. Like, because if you have 5 Twitter followers, no one's going to retweet anything you do. You're never going to grow. It's just, you have to scrum it out in the trenches to, get your first 1,000 of everything. And that's really the next goal.
I still think we should work on getting together and all playing the same game together. Something like a GTA or something that we all can, like we used to. Because when we get together,
we don't have all the shit to do it. Like, Mike, you're recording from a fucking iPad. We should all get together, play a game, live stream it up to a server, and then we'll put the games together and have pre-roll and have it perfect. Okay,
yes.
iPad, man.
Perfect.
5 minutes ago, we couldn't goddamn hear you.
So, Nate, what are you going to do about that then?
Yeah.
What are you going to do about it?
Let the savior come in.
No, what are you going to do? Feed me.
Mike, are you ever going to be able to actually play Xbox games?
Yes. Better yet, I have an Xbox here with me in Salem, and then I have Rob's Xbox at my house in Portland.
Well, that's because he lives at your house.
No, he doesn't.
Yeah, he does.
I haven't seen him in 3 weeks. No, he doesn't.
Oh, he told me the other day he was broken up again.
Yeah, well, you got to wait every 10 minutes and then ask him again.
Can I point out, though, because I've been, and sorry, Bruce, for the backstories that I don't know if you were a part of enough. I'd like to make the statement that Rob has now taken the most dysfunctional relationship crown over.
Yes.
What?
Not the most dysfunctional breakup. I don't think anyone pre-suicidal can take that from me.
Oh
I wear
yeah.
that badge proudly. But I think as most dysfunctional during the relationship, he has completely taken the first place crown.
Yes.
Why? What's going on there? Oh boy. Oh
Dating
boy.
a psychopath, and he's a psychopath. So it's like one of those like self-fulfilling things where he just won't say. And psychologically wants to get kicked out of his girlfriend's house, so he can say that, oh, like, I'm getting kicked out, like, oh, I need to sleep in your couch. Like, honestly, he's not actually getting kicked out. He's like creating that reality because like it's cool to get kicked out because it sounds completely psychotic, but I think that's true.
Do you know his old method of arguing, where his voice would just get louder and louder and louder until he was yelling, so nobody else could talk?
No.
I was drunk.
Yeah, no, he just doesn't yell anymore. He just, like, imagine if that argument went on and the other person just kept arguing, he just shut up and didn't listen anymore.
So
he just-
does him and his girlfriend not get along?
Depends on you gotta wait every
Holy
10
shit.
minutes and ask.
Jesus Christ.
Yeah, it sounds fucking horrible. All I want is an Asian once a week.
Well,
It's a good
that's
goal.
funny.
It's a good
That's
dream.
Funny. It's funny you should mention that because we've talked about already getting together in gaming, which leads me to then want to introduce you to my fat Asian friend.
I can't see the picture at all.
No.
Oh no, this big girl is on this call right now. He's been staring at this big girl.
No, he's not here. She's not here. We need some green stuff to make that happen, but that's for another time. We're gonna need like 8 more of these to make that happen. So
Wait, green stuff like dollars? You live with a stripper?
no, other green things that come out of the ground.
Oh. Dollars?
Yeah. No.
We're dealing with different types of Asians.
No.
No, this is a homemade Asian. This is a homemade Asian, that's for sure.
I don't know what that means.
You will. You will.
So-
Keep watching Twitch.
Basically, keep watching Twitch. But to preface it, just real quick, Bruce was at my house. Long story short, he drank a lot. We gave him some of that stuff, and he somehow ended up with his shirt off, and he was just laughing and constantly, which forced him to squint. So we said he looked like a fat Asian, and he was just chuckling and playing. What were you playing?
Can you still hear me? Because my whole Mozilla just crashed.
Yeah, I can hear you.
All right. We were playing Titanfall.
No. I thought we were playing that fighting game. Killer Instinct. I thought we were playing Killer Instinct.
The Impossible game?
Bruce has gone bye-bye. All right, good. We can say whatever we want now. No, we were playing Killer Instinct, and he was sitting in my living room with his shirt off and just squinting at the screen and doing nothing. So I can get you that Asian once a week.
Perfect. All right, I gotta go to bed.
Fair enough.
Yeah, I do too.
Of course you do. You got a wife and kids to wake up to tomorrow, Mike.
I actually have a charity golf tournament tomorrow.
Oh my God, what a life! Don't worry, I'll write your blogs.
Somebody should add Bruce to the Facebook Joystick because I don't think he's in there yet.
Oh yeah, good point.
So somebody,
And you know
whoever.
Twitch, Mike,
What's that?
we should all make sure we have access to the Twitch channel because we should try to broadcast as much as we can.
Yeah.
And someday
I'll
we'll figure out how to do that like with actual shit, but that is what it is.
All right.
All
Fair
right,
enough.
I'm out.
All right.
All right.
Later.
Later.
Later.